Hello, Half Moon Bay. This is Coastside Carousel, and I'm your host, Kevin Nova. Coastside Carousel is brought to you by Cameron's Restaurant, Pub, and Inn. And hey, it is the thick of sports season. It's baseball and football season. There's always that overlap there. Well, if you go to Cameron's, bring the family, have dinner. He's got giant flat screen TVs all over the place. You can watch whatever the biggest games are going in any room, every single room. There's TV. So bring the family down, bring your friends down, and enjoy some sports at Cameron's with some food and some drinks. All right, our guest today is David Thompson. Hello, David Thompson.
How are you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing pretty good, and I got my dog, little girl, here too.
You have her all the time. That's so much fun to watch her.
she's with me 90% of the time.
Yep.
Yes. So, David Thompson, now you live in Pacifica?
I do.
Okay. Is that where you are originally from?
No, I was born in Sacramento. I did about 25 years in Redding, California, and retired from a music store management job down into Pacifica. And I lived there, but it allowed me to also help with the assisted care of my mother.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that happens a lot these days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people have to put their whole lives on hold or take care of their parents. I know that happens a lot. I met you actually at Cameron's.
Yes, you did.
At the open mic. And I'm trying to remember what year that was.
It's been at least 3 years.
Yeah. So I was the host when you first came. I've been hosting there for about 5 years now. Yeah, and right away I thought, oh, this guy's got some good songs.
Thank you.
And you do write all the songs yourself, right?
I do.
Yeah. So you have, how many CDs do you have?
4.
4 CDs. Okay. Well, I'd like to start this show off by playing a song from one of your CDs. This song is called "These Times Ain't Easy." Which CD is this from?
That's going to be on this CD that's entitled Any Questions.
Any
My
questions?
third CD.
Okay, so this is "These Times Ain't Easy" by David Thompson. And then we'll give a little break here. He'll listen to this and he'll be like, oh, yeah, now I gotta cut this chatter out.
Right.
These annoying guys.
I was watching him edit. It was great.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And that was David Thompson with "These Times Ain't Easy." And I think little girl likes that song too.
Yeah.
She likes music. She's a musical chihuahua. All right. What's your latest project? What are you working on now?
Quite frankly, I'm not doing any writing currently right now. I realized once I got back down to Pacifica and was doing things with my mother that I've got all these songs. I've got over 50, 60 songs. It's like, what am I doing with them? And it was like, okay, it's time to start making a real effort to do these things live.
Yeah.
And I do them live acoustically, of course. The albums are basically band oriented with full drums and everything. And I learned how to do them with acoustic guitar.
Okay. Their CDs, I've been to your website and I've listened to a lot of your recordings. They sound really good. I mean, they're like super professional sounding, and the musicians that you got on there are just top notch.
I was very fortunate. There are some extraordinary musicians up in the Northern California area.
Yeah, yeah. Let's hear another one of your songs. This one, Renegade Radio. We like radio songs here at KHMB. Songs about the radio. So this one, can you tell us a little bit about this though?
Well, Renegade Radio is actually pretty much a true song for me. Renegade Radio was XERF, which is a border blaster Mexican radio station across the border from Del Rio, Texas, back in the 50s and early 60s. 250,000 watts. It was amazing power. And it was the first station that Wolfman Jack got his start at.
Oh, really?
And in fact, ZZ Top wrote a song called Heard It on the X about the same station.
Oh, man, Wolfman Jack. So in that case, I should give a little intro. I should go, now we're going to listen to Renegade Radio by David Thompson on KHMB Radio. All right, take it away. Let's listen to Renegade Radio. And then we'll give a little... All right, that was Renegade Radio, and this is not Wolfman Jack. This is Kevin Nova, coming to you from KHMB Radio with our guest, David Thompson. Thank you, David. That was really good. Now, who's playing on that song?
Dennis Cadigan is the drummer. He is one of the best groove drummers I've ever worked with. Damian Ming is a guitar player that I've used for about 85% of my CDs. He's out of Chico, California. This was the very first song he ever played slide on. He just tried it, and it worked really, really well. And then I played bass guitar and did the vocal on it.
Okay, excellent. Well, it came out really well. Now, it's interesting because when I listen to your stuff either on CD or on SoundCloud or your website, oh, there's a little girl, she's got something to say. When I listen to your recordings, you know, it's a full band, but 90% of how I've heard you is when you're performing at Cameron's or other places. Did I see you at, I saw you someplace else too. I know I did. I'm trying to remember where that was. Was that up in Pacifica at, there's the coffee shop?
Chit Chat.
Chit Chat.
Yeah.
I think I saw you at the Chit Chat once.
I played there a couple of times when it was first getting started to get into playing live shows acoustically.
Yeah.
They were very accommodating to let me play up there.
Well, hopefully you do some more down in Half Moon Bay, because I know people down here really like your stuff. But when I do see you playing solo around here, Half Moon Bay, you're solo acoustic, so you don't have electric guitars and bass and drums and backup singers.
Sure.
And it's very different. And the thing about the solo acoustic is that without, as much as I love hearing guitar solos and drums, sometimes when it's just one voice and one acoustic guitar, the song comes out more. And you can really hear the chords, you can really hear the words and the melody a little bit better.
See, I'm telling stories. So I want the people to understand and to hear every single word and listen to the stories that I'm telling, because they are complete stories.
Yeah.
And acoustically is a great way to do it.
Well, speaking of which, you brought your acoustic guitar with you today.
I did.
So could we hear a story song here?
I will do a song for you called Back to Her Heartbreak Kid, which is, it was interesting that for many, many years I did the song when I first wrote it in the third person. And I suddenly realized one day that I was rehearsing it, and the third verse I was singing in the first person. Oh. And I went, that works. I just wrote myself into the song. And quite frankly, it worked out very, very well. And that's the way you'll hear it. The third verse, you'll hear the changeover from third person to first person.
Okay, very interesting. And it's called Back to Her Heartbreak Kid?
And I have another version on my CD that's called Back to My Heartbreak Kid, which was sung by Marcia Green. It was a female singer come in and sing her version of it, a female version of it. Okay. So both versions are on the Ride On CD that I did, my second CD.
All right, we've got a beautiful Taylor acoustic guitar here, so let's hear it. David Thompson with Back to Her Heartbreak Kid.
The lies they've been told, the men only heights too. She's tired of the losers, tired of the street. She's got only her memories to find the deceit, but she remembers who loves her. She calls him a heartbreak kid. She never forget all the love that she felt those days. And the dreams will take us so far away. Resist what we see in life. She was still do anything. That's when she gave him the heart and he gave her his wings. She laughed when he kissed her, called him a heartbreak kid. And loves to know where her heart is. He knows where he sleeps. Times she remembers the promise you keep. She's going back to who loves her, back to a heartbreak kid. Now she's the sick of the city, this town without pity, and she knows she lives her home. So she picks up the phone, says I'm coming home. She's going back to him, back to a heartbreak he knows I'm a heartbreak kid.
Yes, that's little girl applauding. She liked that. Little girl,
Thank you.
she liked that. That's a good song, David. And yeah, like
Thank
you
you.
said, it does tell a story, which is some songs. I like some songs where it's kind of like you have to try to figure it out. Like Strawberry Fields Forever. You listen to it and you just think, what is he trying to tell us? And you have to sit down and figure it out. But then sometimes you do. You want to hear a song where you can just listen and know exactly what it's about.
Most of my songs are about real life. And that's, people have asked me, where do you get your inspiration? And that's what I have to tell them, is from real life. And that's, stories.
Well, if people want to hear your songs, if they want to hear more of your music, they go to writermusic.com. Is that correct?
RIDERMUSIC.com.
All right.
All 4 CDs are on there.
I've been to the website and listened to many of your recordings in the past, and really good stuff. So anyone listening, I highly recommend. And if you're listening, spread the word. Let everybody know that KHMB is the coolest radio station around, and Coastside Carousel is a regular show on there. And even if you're not in Half Moon Bay, so David, if you're not in Half Moon Bay, you can listen to this show at khmbradio.com anywhere in the world, any time of day. Go to khmbradio.com, let your friends know to click on Coastside Carousel and just play, and the most recent show.
Right up in the upper right-hand corner, it says play.
Yeah,
It's great.
you can listen to it from anywhere. So post it on your social media, let your friends know. And thank you to Cameron's, and thank you to KHMB Radio for having us in today. And thank you, David Thompson.
Thank you, Kevin. We appreciate it.
All right, and as always, it's a beautiful day in Half Moon Bay.
Absolutely.